What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the playbook. Today, we have an assortment of goodness, a finale of all finales, FC Pro. PHZIN, the Brazilian, going up against Anders Vergane, the Dane. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you have questions, make sure to hit us in the comment section. And if you want more of these pro breakdowns, drop a like on the video. I'm in the middle of the screen today. You get to see all the reactions live and in demand. This is the era of judgment. You're trying to resurface and make something happen. The only player that's really open is going to be Kevin De Bruyne. And unfortunately for PHZIN, Mbappe is jumping on this opportunity. Big takeover, looking for a pass, finds a pass, extra pass. Oh, Ronaldo in the bread and butter zone. You cannot make mistakes like this against a player with this caliber. Goalkeeper scoots over, goes across the body. Easy finish. You didn't want to see that if you're a Brazilian in the chat, but we have a long game ahead of us. Here we go. Bruno on the build. Looking for options. Gorgeous turn there. And what that does is it opens up the pitch. Not only do you have this nice little gap of space, but you've got 3 different attacking players that are all going to be accessible, which makes it where your opponent might have to take a guess. What do you want to take away? And at the pro level, there's always a bit of a cat and mouse, a little give, a little take. You have to be able to have that assortment. In this case, we're going Mbappe, direct, 1-2 passing. You love that. Ronaldo with the step over. You see the triggered run. I see the triggered run into tons of space. Give her that. Let her go with it. Here we are. Here we are. Ona out wide. And you have 2 oncoming attackers. They cannot wait. Look at them chasing that down. Ambitious. I love this as well from the pro scene. What you're going to see done here with Ona is a ball roll that opens up a little bit of a bigger gap. Because right now you're kind of looking for getting into this gap. Can you split the defense? Do you put it in the air? Are you looking to whip it across? There's your ball roll. It forces the likes of Virgil van Dijk to commit. And then again, the space opened up, the gap. We know who the target man is. Holland is going to be a reoccurring theme today. Great chest down and finish. Acrobatic as you do. From the kickoff, Cafu, extra pass, KDB. Trying to find space, not finding space. A little bit forced, it's got to be said. We can rewind this. I don't want to say that this is high percentage. I understand the logic. I see what's happening here. You've got some sort of offsetting triangle of sorts between these players, but more or less you're using the R1 pass where you're whipping it in with some extracurricular, and you're hoping that these players are able to do their job as some of the best in the game. Mbappe gets a decent first touch even under traffic. This is the mistake from PHZIN. You see the defensive step, but because he's manually controlling this defender, it puts you in a situation where the AI is trying to deal with Mbappe, and Mbappe is going to win that. Cuts inside, and then once this happens, a lot of space to work with. Extra pass, KDB finding options, first touch, Graham. That's right, I said Graham. Hansen ready to go. All you got to do is pick a corner, any corner. Bit of a game with the goalkeeper, and we're going to talk goalkeepers a lot because they play a big factor with some of the manual goalkeeper movement. And there's your finish. Bit of a baseline in the 3rd goal for PHZIN. We've covered this on the channel. Holland using that body type. I don't think I've seen someone use Holland better up to this point. I'm just throwing it out there. He makes the extra pass, just gets it through. But I love this breakdown of this sequence because, of course, you got a manual 1v1. If anything, you've got a lot of space to work with here. Always a good opportunity to attack that space. And you're going to take advantage of the step over. That little step over gives you the shield where a defender, a center back can't step across without committing a foul. And that's exactly what happens. Step over 1. Pateas is through. Goalkeeper movement might be slight. Just overclocks the finish off the post. Rim Radler. Corner kick, set pieces. What does Anders do? You've got the 2 in the box, big body types here. You've got a couple short men, and then the top of the box, which is always an outlet, a target person, often used as a feeder. You go short, you're looking at the 2 that are in the box. Do you like what you see? You always have a release here at the top of the box. There you go. And now you have the leak run of all leak runs into that gap of space. Hit her. Let her see if she can create some madness, some havoc, maybe a skill move or a cancellation, a shot opportunity. There's your entry pass. It gets blocked by Rude. Hold it. I'm telling you, if you took that one back, maybe a body feint or a step over, or again, some sort of cancel or a fake shot, anything to beat a defender to give you a better angle. We have more. KDB. Oh, I love this. The Anders Vergane trap. He does this so well. He makes it seem as if you have space to work with. Therefore, offensively, you attack that space. But if you haven't noticed already, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies are surrounding this Kevin De Bruyne. You can't get out. And it just looked like it was open. It was never open. Gets the block, and it starts the attack. 1 step over, a couple overlapping runs. And this finish is just spectacular. Anders takes an early shot because he's reading the goalkeeper. So he's anticipating that PHZIN is basically going to overcompensate and move the goalkeeper to cover the near post. Understood? That's a mouthful. It's a lot in there. We have an instant replay that truly brings this together. Early shot, Pateas beats the goalkeeper. A better angle, if you will. You see the goalkeeper scooting. You have that early shot. Again, out of position, overplaying. If you recall, the goalkeeper started way too far on the other post, so he's trying to overcompensate. What it does, though, is it allows for Anders to go across the body with ease. A little more of a margin. Just good recognition. Second half, goodness. Pateas, Mbappe, and something you never want to talk about if you're on the defensive end. A lot of space. Way too much space. He's going to attack that. And even at this point, you've got big gaps between the defenders. I always look at this. I take it into consideration before I unleash a through ball and over a top, a big switch. How much margin do I have? That might be a word that you hear used often, but it counts. Not a good first touch. Got to be said. You went with the right analog stick on a flick. Did not come out well for Mbappe. I thought the play might have been dead when I was watching this live. Bit of a friendly bounce back, and now you're kind of in no man's zone. It's so difficult to defend in this area. You got the manual defender. You can't really allow Mbappe to potentially get around you. If he gets into this area, you're in big trouble. A lot of layoffs open up. You can do plenty with beating the goalkeeper, the nutmegs around the goalkeeper. A lot of finishing options. We talked about it on the channel. So you kind of have to do a guess and check. What you're going to see in this scenario from PHZIN, Mbappe to Holland, get an extra layoff, and even an additional drop off. All in one motion. There's a certain free flow. Holland first time, and then Bruno. Oh, the way that he dips that in is just gorgeous. I got you in some slow-mo. And at home, you probably don't have every extra pass here. Maybe you do, or you're lying and say that you got it in this type of moment. First time, he shows as if he could take a shot. And what this does is Bruno forces Anders to step up with a defender. By forcing that step up, the drop off of the pass is on like Donkey Kong. 3-all. Bruno, active feet, looking for options. A little bit of a ball roll. He's resurfacing. Can he find an option? Mbappe, and this is going to be a trend. Let me hide my camera. One moment, please. The way PHZIN isolates Holland and just puts them into successful situations. The goal is kind of to be in this zone. Any sort of 50-50, 1v1, Holland's going to win it in the air, but it's the knockdowns, how he handles it, that's so impressive. All of us, and I mean all of us, let's be completely honest here. We're going to take this down off our chest, and then we're looking to either take the goalkeeper on one corner or the other. I'm not a liar. I know what I see. I know what I would be doing in this circumstance. This is what makes the best of the best just have a little notch. He knocks it down. You didn't see that as an option. And look at the finish. It's remarkable in this scenario that he's going to make an extra pass to the oncoming attacker. Knockdown, finish. Come on. One more time. That is just class. Mbappe, and in order to do this cross in particular, L2 with the crossing command will give you more lob, more lift. Puts it into space, the knockdown, and the finish. Wow. Anders from Kickoff. This has been a theme. Hansen, Ronaldo. You got triangles, they're starting to form. Anytime you got runners on display, good things are going to happen for you offensively. That's a reality. And sometimes you send runners just to force a defender to move out of the space. And that's kind of what happens here. I don't believe this was ever an intended run unless there was a major error somewhere defensively. So that means it was always a dummy run. And the focus point would either be option 1 with Mbappe, or maybe option 2 on an overlap, or even option 3 out wide. Mbappe, and it's as classic and simple as it comes, but at the end of the day, playing FC or FIFA, it's a simple game. We add in the intricacies and the details, and we highlight and we talk about and we discuss. But at the end of the day, it's a simple game. He's going to drive this across the body. Goalkeeper's not in a good position. Top corner, the best corner. Don't worry, it just keeps going. Mbappe, he's working. Couple step overs. Great pick out there. Ronaldo, what can you give us? The resurface and the recycle. The theme of the day. Taking advantage of the space. Because of this pass, it just unlocks a little bit of additional time. You can choose what you want to do with the goalkeeper. Take a moment, figure out the finish. You can see the goalkeeper has already started his run. You're just going to bang this down on the near post. It's a good finish. Nothing you could do about it. Anders continues to battle. It's lovely recognition here. You could tell as he's working down the end line, the options are all 3 of these players. And if anything, if you can push them in behind the defense, that's kind of the goal or the game plan here. As Anders looking for some of the skills, you're going to see a step over, resurface. At this point, you've got what you need. Space. Always a game circumventing and focusing on space. I will keep this on repeat every day of the week. Space, space, space. Gets it into a fantastic zone. So good with this ball roll and then hitting these driven passes. It creates an angle. So there's your ball roll. But do you see the angle that's been created? Watch with me in slow-mo. Wait for it. Right there. And now we have an angle that did not exist previously. It's a similar situation when we talk about spacing. Mbappe is going to duck right into that newfound goodness, that newfound spacing. And what happens next? One of those turning moments of the entire matchup. It also plays with you mentality-wise. You might notice the goalkeeper movement. It's kind of absurd. He actually slightly overplays. You got Hugo Lloris in his goal, but it does not matter in this case. Anders is already pre-committed, precursor, plenty of power. What a piece of goalkeeper movement. I cannot believe that he keeps that out. In most cases, I would say he's overdone it ever so slightly, but a save is a save. Fair play, and he steps forward. Classic Anders with the turn, step overs with R9. You have a runner that is, again, a dummy run. I don't think Anders is ever going to look for this run, but it doesn't matter because the option that he wants, the option that's truly available and wide open, now has more space than ever, and she is onside all day, every day. R9 feeds Pateas. And kind of playing a game of cat and mouse here. And I actually believe Anders doesn't go for the Trivela, mainly because of the previous goalkeeper movement that didn't go in his favor. Because you see that ball roll, and the ball roll is always designed from these areas to more or less look for those Trivela angles. Wall roll once, ball roll twice. Same situation. You can go straight to Trivela after ball roll. We have a full tutorial. It's more overpowered than normal. He does not unleash. You could say he's being great with the patience, but I actually think it's more one of those respectable situations where you didn't like what just happened with some of the goalkeeper movement. Either way, you've got yourself into a central matchup. Option one, feeder. Good turn. And if anything, goalkeeper's a little more out of position here. I think you could have gone both near post and far post for the conversion. Count those. 5-all. The moment you're likely to see on the social medias. If you see me highlighting, this is going to be a dangerous scenario. Holland, back post, 1v1, which is not a 1v1 with Team of the Year Holland. Not a chance. Can you put him up to do the business? And this was a reoccurring theme with PHZIN's gameplay, is whipping in these crosses, or more or less the lob cross, and then knocking them down. Quite the tactic. Oh, you love a McGeady spin. Look at that setup. The question is, was it necessary? I think it was more or less to give PHZIN that half second to decide how he wanted to do this. All in one motion. Holland's moved even a little bit closer. Again, bread and butter zone. This is going to be a threat. Lob it. Let him go get it. He does just that. He climbs like the best of them. And when he's climbing, or as he's climbing, I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, where are the knockdowns? It would be a good situation with either option one or option two. Full transparency. Either way, you need someone to lock on. Holland wins the header. There it is. Good first step. Good first touch. Goalkeeper, you already see him scooting. He's overplaying this way. The near post is going to be open. And who else but PHZIN with a clean finish with no time left on the clock. If that's not fitting to take home an extra $80,000. What a way to do it. Drama, drama, drama. Let me know your thoughts. If you have questions, use the comment section. I think I'm going to put together a full tutorial on isolating the back post crosses in general on this channel. If you're interested, if you want that delivered, you can let me know. And as always, I have a lot more content coming out ASAP. Congrats to both competitors in the finals. They continue their FC journey.